Attention all, attention all. The motion has passed. Slammiversary, Impact Wrestling Slammiversary will return to its rightful place in the TFS Pod predictions battle. It will now be worth 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points.
Yes! Woo! Oh man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad we voted for that motion. Lou, by the way, you're 2 points ahead of me in the scoreboard, right?
Oh no. Welcome to TFS Final Western Stuff You Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou, and that's
Rick Hard saying, I may have busted my finger at work, but there ain't no way I'm missing this chance to get 2 points.
Oh man, and that's
the one-man band, and I need to get to double digits already.
Yes, folks. Let me tell you something, folks. You are listening to the wrestling podcast of super fans slapping each other with facts, opinions, and predictions. Also, this is the home of Goldie. And we have a special shout out. The one man, take it away.
All right. So, since this show is in Canada, I decided to scour the names of famous Canadian porn stars. And wouldn't you know it, I found one that I'm sure a lot of people know about. Her name is Kiana Dior.
Ooh.
I love it. You guys are so great.
That's right, folks.
All these porn stars sound the same, man.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
What's
whoa.
on here?
Wait, Roman Man, remember, we are the #1 listened to podcast by adult film stars.
Okay.
Let's try to go easy with that word here.
Yeah.
All right,
We love you, ladies.
Prawn.
Yes, folks, in this episode, we will be talking about Impact Wrestling Slammiversary, which is one of their big shows, which I don't know. This one is a bigger show, I think. I know they have Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory, yes, at the end of the year.
Bound for Glory. Sorry.
No,
go ahead.
I was going to say Bound for Glory. I think Genesis is the other one.
Genesis?
Is it?
They haven't done Genesis in a while.
I was going to say, okay, yeah, I take that back. You're right.
It's that other movie by Steven Seagal, Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill. That's what it is. just refer to Steven Seagal when all things go wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's a big show, and because of situations a few years ago, we moved Bound for Glory to become 2 points. But no, actually, Slammiversary is the one that's really is 2 points. So this will now be worth 2 points. It was a decision.
Yeah. Okay. Let's peek behind the curtain real quick, because Lou, for some reason you're slipping on this chance to explain it. A couple of years back, we came up with the decision to make 4 pay-per-views worth 2 points for WWE, which was obvious, the big 4. Then we did the same thing for Impact, and we originally wanted to make it. We were stuck between Bound for Glory and Slammiversary, and the call was made that Slammiversary would originally be the one worth 2 points, because Slammiversary is the anniversary of their first pay-per-view, so it's technically slightly their bigger deal.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to go with that, but stuff happened the first year where we kind of forgot to do the predictions because someone went on vacation.
Oops. Vacation time.
And then the same thing happened last year. so we as a default, we made Bound for Glory worth 2 points instead, because it's the next biggest show that Impact had. But we're returning back to the original plan. It was always planned that this Slammiversary would be worth 2 points. And I had no problem voting for the motion because, well, that just means when I tie up with Blue and then beat him, he'll have less opportunities to catch up in the year.
So yeah, this Slammiversary is going to be held in St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. as we mentioned earlier. It's going to celebrate the promotion's what is it, 21st anniversary of Slammiversary, and it's the wait, hold on a second. I guess the promotion must change names or something because it says it will be the 19th event under the Slammiversary chronology. So I guess part of when I guess it was before when it was TNA, they must have had the name or celebrating an event at this time. So that's why they have 21 years. But yeah, it's a big event for them in that universe of Impact Wrestling, where they are now. They have 10 matches, which is one that we're putting. Remember, it could end up 16, as it happened so many times.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't gone up yet. It's still the most reliable source on the internet, Wikipedia, still shows it as 10 matches. And that hasn't changed in a 48-hour period. So I'm kind of surprised by that, to be honest. But maybe Impact finally heard our comments about that and was like, you know what? Maybe we don't need a dark match to take place.
Yeah,
and 4 other matches to be added to our pre-show lineup.
But before we get to our predictions here for those 10 matches that we have scheduled for this event, let me say that line that everybody loves. The one-man band.
Record, get the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's time for my favorite part of the day where I remind everybody what the scoreboard standings are. And I just want to say, folks, the scoreboard, we got to get our sponsorships in. This scoreboard is brought to you by milk. That's right, folks. Do you got milk? Get yourself some. It's good for you. It does your body good. I personally prefer my milk warm, but, you know.
I'm sure.
That said, let's get to the scoreboard standing. In first place, we have at 12 points. 24/7, Lou. Yep. And following close behind him, also in the double-digit club, myself, who is at 10 points. And I'm a little, I don't know. I couldn't think of anything that advertisement had me lost for words. But I might drink some milk later tonight. Whoa. Hey, where's the sound effect guy? Go, cut that out.
All right.
Next up, behind me in third place, hopefully he closes that gap. He has a chance. The one-man band at 8 points.
Hey, it's all right. I'm almost there. I'm there.
You're there, yeah. 91 point. And that's
awesome.
it. Behind him, main event Jeff, who is at 6 points. And after the first 4, it's actually a wider gap after that because we've got a tie for 5th place right now, and it is between 3 competitors. The first one being the randomizer, who is at 2 points, although he's only giving us 1 right now. And then we've got Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al.
After Money in the Bank, he got 2 points. A very rare showing.
Mm.
And then,
by the way, these points reflect the times that you have become, anyone has become a champion of the 24/7 TFS Pod title.
Yes, because we have both the World Championship, which is the overall points, and then we've also got your most recent win, which is the 24/7 Championship. So right now we have 3 code 24/7 champions. Unfortunately, because Luke copied my picks.
What?
But we're getting sidetracked here because there is a 3, aside from there being 3 code 24/7 champions. We also have a 3-way tie for 5th place at 2 points. And the third competitor with that is Bogey. That's right.
Wait.
That's right, folks.
What picture is
That's
that?
right, folks. I forget. We still haven't gotten the ability to get a new picture in for Bogey. That storm did take out some of our records department. If we could just
Mm-hmm.
We just need a picture to be submitted. We haven't really gotten any word back, but right now we're just using stock photos. We're not going to run out of stock photos. Don't you worry, people. We're gonna not. We will always have stock photos of something close enough. Okay. Okay, and that's
I
close
blame on the
enough.
AI.
That said, after the three-way tie for 5th place, we have standing solely at 1 point, Jay Few.
Yeah, where you been, J Few? Where you been? Come on, where you been?
Ghost Town City. That said, behind that is everyone else who is at 0, including viewers like you. And if you want to be in this scoreboard, you just have to reach out to the show, put some pics in those comment sections. We always like to hear from our audience. Not that much though, but just enough. Just enough. I don't want to get to know you. I don't want to get to know you personally or anything. It's all right. But submit some pics. We like hearing from you guys.
Yep.
That said, we just want to remind everybody, if you are offended by anything we have said, keep in mind that here at TFS Pod, we like to joke around, Even though Lou might be my co-champion, we all know he's just a paper champ. But that doesn't mean that when I say stuff, I really mean it. I kind of do, but I don't, Because right here at TFS Pod, they're just jokes,
Just jokes.
That's why when we say Bogey's a clown, it's just a joke. Don't take it the wrong way, folks. Just like when I say Lou copies my picks. No, that's actually not a joke. That's true. Anyways.
Whoa.
That's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
All right. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm getting hit over here every time. What's going on? You're not right. All right. So
All right, Lou. Well, let's see. Let's see how these picks go. Well, we have 10 matches this time.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. And what's the order of the combatants in this one?
All right, let's get the order out of the way. Since we had a lot of people get a point at Money in the Bank, we can't really go by most recent wins. So we're going to go by overall score here. So with 5 competitors, the order is 24/7 Lou, myself, the one-man band, Main Event Jeff, and the randomizer.
All right. And the randomizer. Okay.
All right.
So let's go with the first match. It's listed as a pre-show match. It's gonna be we have Joe Hendry, the champ, the Impact Digital Media Champion, versus Kenny King with Sheldon Jean at ringside for him. For this one, I go first. And man, this is a tough one. Joe Hendry, I think he's Canadian. They're in Canada. I don't know much. I missed watching Impact on Thursday to know a little more background on this for this title. But I know Joe Hendry's been like a bit of a heel. He turned kind of into a bit of a heel in this though. So, sorry about that noise back there. Sorry about that noise. But I'm gonna go with. Man, this is tough because my friends are telling me go with Kenny King. Go with Kenny King. Go with Kenny King. You won't lose with this one. They're telling me. It's like the chances that we're gonna get some really good, entertaining action here with Kenny King and Sheldon Jean pairing up and working the numbers game to secure the title. So that's why I'm gonna go with Kenny King to walk out as your new digital media champion. That's my prediction. Kenny King. Rickard, you're next. Who do you have?
Yeah, Lou. Okay. Well, your friends told you that, huh?
Yes.
Are your friends so happen to be people who with binoculars looking at my picks
no.
through my studio window? Well, either way, no point in going against this here because I have the same feeling. It's about that time for Joe Hendry. This is a pre-show match. It's in Canada. Canada's always a wonky crowd when it comes to wrestling. But if you're going to do a pre-show match with a championship in Canada and it's the hometown kid, why not go against the grain here? I say Sheldon Jean is going to play a factor enough to sway this in favor of Kenny King. So I'm going to go and say Kenny King, new champ for the win. Put it in the books.
Oh, wow. All right. Next, we have the Trivia King himself. Trivia for SummerSlam will be very soon.
Yes,
The
yes.
Woman Band. What do you have?
So I'm gonna say Joe Hendry takes the pin, and Kenny King.
Oh,
Let me get my pod.
that was good. That was some good misdirection.
Yeah, you got me good on that one too. By the way, that was. Here we go.
I agree, though. I think it's time. Joe Hendry's been the digital media champ for a while now. I believe he won it at the beginning of the year, maybe even end of last year. But I know it's been a while, so I think it's time. I think it's time for him to drop it and let someone else run with it. So yeah, Kenny King, your new digital media champ.
All right, and what do we get from main event, Jeff? My name is Jeff.
And the randomizer. Well, we have 5 participants, so we can't have a 50-50 split. However, it's pretty damn close because main event Jeff is going to say Joe Hendry for the win.
What? Oh.
And the randomizer is also going to say Joe Hendry for the win. We've got a 3-2 split, folks, right out the gate.
Oh. Uh-oh. All right. Let's go to our next matchup. We have the Death Dolls and Jody Threat versus Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, and Jai Vidal, also known as Shantaraj, in a 6-person mixed tag team match. Rickard, you go first. Who do you have?
Well, I'm going to have to say, so correct me if I'm wrong here, because I can't tell based on this photo. Is this 3 chicks going up against 2 chicks and a guy?
I was just about to say that. I'm glad somebody mentioned it.
Because if it is, then I'm going to have to go with Death Dolls and Jody Threat for the win here, because Jai Vidal looks like a scrub.
Yeah, because I don't even think he's had a match. Or if he has had a match, he's just part of the Giselle Shaw's entourage, I guess. So okay. So
this rings comedic relief pre-show match. I'm gonna say Death Dolls and Jody Threat for the win. This is gonna end with Jai Vidal. Let me put it this way. I recently saw a short clip of and this is a shout out to AAA here, of Las Toxicas hitting their finishers on a dude in the ring, a new wrestler in the ring. That being a hip attack Umaga style. Keep in mind it's like Toxicas doing that. A hip attack, a Bronco Buster, and then a rolling senton, right? So most people were like, "Wow, what a lucky dude!" But I think we're gonna see something similar to that. All 3 of them are gonna hit their finisher on Jai Vidal, while Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans are nowhere to be found. And then Jai Vidal's taking that pin real quick. So comedy relief 6-man. Put me in for Death Dolls and Jody Threat to take the win.
All right, Joe. Okay, Death Dolls, Jody Threat. Well, the Woman Band, you're next. What do you have?
So automatically, right when I was looking at this picture, I had the same idea that Rickard did. I was like, okay. I thought it was a typo, but no, it's not. So I am inclined to think that Rickard's idea is exactly what's going to happen, or something very similar to it. But I do think that Jai Vidal is going to take the pin. So what does that mean? Death Dolls and Jody Threat will win this battle. Hello.
And what do we get from?
Yeah, we got you. Whoa! What did we get, Lou? You're up next.
Oh yeah, I forgot. For real, I forgot. There's so many things going on.
Yeah,
right.
that could be the end. You want to see where the playing field levels out, huh?
I had to call friends.
I forgot. We're gonna put my picks last. No, you're next, Lou. You're not weaseling your way out of that.
No, yeah, I do think it's Death Dolls. They'll take this victory. I don't see anything going on here with that. I know the enforcer for Giselle Shaw is Savannah Evans, but I think it's too much power on the other side of the ring, and they will take the victory. Death Dolls and Jody Threat. That's who I'm going with this one. That's my prediction. And what do we get from main event, Jeff, and the randomizer?
What is happening, folks? Here we go. Main event Jeff says Shantaraj for the win.
Oh, wow.
And the randomizer says Shantaraj for the win. We've got another 2 to 3 splits.
Wow.
This is gonna be nuts. This could be either our night or we're like out at the gate. We're gonna be at a really serious deficit. So
For real.
some group of competitors are gonna be at a serious deficit.
I know on the pre-show.
Before the main show starts.
All right, let's get to the main show, which we could be opening up with. We could be opening up with this matchup based on our list here, and it's going to be the Ultimate X match to determine the number one contender for the Impact X Division Championship. It's going to be Jonathan Gresham versus Mike Bailey versus Kevin Knight versus Angels versus Kushida. The one-man band. You go first.
Hold on. We gotta make sure to announce this because no pressure, woman band. But this match is worth. Say it with me because there are 5 competitors of the match. This match is worth 2
points. Double.
No pressure. You go first.
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay, let's do process of elimination here. Jonathan Gresham. I just don't see it yet. Personally, I don't see it. Angels, the name doesn't inspire me. Kevin Knight, also I'm kind of like nah. So it comes down to Mike Bailey and Kushida for me. Okay. Who has more stock in their name? I'm going to have to go on that one with Kushida. So I think, I don't know why, but I have this feeling Kushida's, probably got one coming for him. So I'm going to say Kushida. I think Kushida is going to be the victor.
All right, Kushida. All righty. My turn to pick on this one. And, oh, man, this is a tough one because we've seen Jonathan Gresham. We've seen Mike Bailey out there. I'm not familiar with Kevin Knight or Angels. I'm not familiar with them. Again, like I said, I missed the go home show, so it makes it a little bit hard for me to predict this one. I can any update stuff we can have on it, but let me see. Okay. You know who's been losing a lot. And I mean, well, he came in as a champion from another company, and he's not been getting as big push as he should. Is Jonathan Gresham. We've seen Mike Bailey, we've seen Kushida. The other 2 guys are too new. So the one for me between all this is Jonathan Gresham, and I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go Jonathan Gresham is going to take the victory in this one. That's my prediction. Ricard, who do you have?
Ooh, boy. I'm going to make this real interesting right now because we've got 5 participants, 5 people to pick from. And I know where everybody else stands in the picks. And it just so happens to split very evenly right now because we've got the one-man band saying Kushida. We've got 24/7 Lou saying Jonathan Gresham. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. No offense against Jonathan Gresham, but he's kind of picked up a few pounds, and I don't know.
Picked up the pounds that Jordine Grace dropped?
Oh my God.
I guess, sure. That said, I looked up Kevin Knight just now. Tell the sound guy to not interrupt me. What the heck? That wasn't even that good of a joke.
I know.
That said, I looked up Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is apparently, what's it called? Kevin Knight is apparently a former tag team champion for New Japan, the juniors division, I think. Something like that. He was at the time. He's currently signed to New Japan, so it's not.
He's on loan. He's a loan.
He could be a loner, so I think he's out. Kushida, maybe. Honestly, I was leading Kushida, and while I'm inclined to say, "Oh yeah, Mike Bailey," there's a recognizable face. There's somebody familiar. We've seen him in the X division way too often at this point. He doesn't need it, which is why I'm going to go with the Dark Horse, who I have no idea what he does, but he kind of, I don't know why. There's just something about him. I'm going to say Angels for the win. The name sounds weird. I know this is crazy, and I'm kind of just doing this because I just want to split the playing field here and really make this match mean something. So yeah, Angels. That's my pick.
All right, Angels. Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good
2 points.
Wow.
I'm either gonna be kicking myself after this match is over, or I'm gonna be in a really good lead.
Yeah. And what do we get from main event Jeff and the randomizer?
Or I'll be able to tie up with main event Jeff and the randomizer's 2 points.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
It could go either way, but we will find out because this match is worth a lot of marbles, and everybody split their picks. Main event Jeff says Kevin Knight for the win, and the randomizer, who could very well win it, says Mike Bailey for the win. We have a 5-way split.
Wow, this is a good one.
And I think this is the first time in TFS pod history that's happened in a match with more than 5 competitors, or 5 competitors or more, where everybody had a dog in the race.
Wow. All right, let's go to the next matchup. It's going to be the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. The Coven, which is Taylor Wilde and Killin King versus Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich. And I go first on this one. All right. Championship. Will championship change hands in this one? Oh man. I'm really having trouble with this one. Because right now the champs are the Coven. They're the champs, and let me see. Let me. And I'm not so familiar with. You know what? I'm gonna go. Shot in the dark. I want to go with it. I'm gonna go with Slamovich and Killer Kelly coming out with the victory in this one. Not. I'm gonna go against it. The Coven retains. That's my prediction. Coven retains. That's my pick. The woman band, you're next.
Did you say
Wait a minute. You're skipping over me first off, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Card.
Go ahead, woman band. I thought I heard that too. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Did you say the COVID instead of the Coven?
No, I said Coven.
Oh, sorry.
The Coven.
The Coven.
That's how I say it. So there's no confusion, because I know more about wrestling than your whole family. That's right. The ticker knows. The ticker man knows. Give him a raise. And I say give him a raise because I'm going to show that I know more about wrestling. It's a big event, folks. What does that mean? Expect some title changes to happen. And I'm going to say this, Killer Kelly is a wild one. And we know that from that hardcore war match from a couple pay-per-views back. So, yeah, new championships are going to change hands. So I'm going to say new champs. Masha Slamovich has been a very good hand for other matches in the singles career. She's not really going anywhere singles wise because she's lost a lot of matches. Killer Kelly, I believe this is one of the first times she's been in a championship match. Kind of a mishmash tag team, but I like what they're going with. They're both basically sadistic individuals going up against like, kind of spooky or like hinting at some supernatural stuff. I'm going to say new champs, Masha Slamovic and Killer Kelly for the win. Because you got to have some title changes at Slammiversary.
All right. You went with I did what I changed completely against. So it's good. It's gonna be fun. All right, the 1-man band. Now you're next. Who do you have?
Man. We heard some compelling arguments on both ends, but yes, Masha Slamovic has been great for Impact in general. I mean, has some great matches. I know she's lost a lot, like Ricard alluded to. But I don't know. I think I feel like the Coven is gonna retain. So I'm gonna go with the Coven.
All right, the Coven.
And not the COVID.
All right, there we go. And what do we get from main event, Jeff and the randomizer?
All right. Well, looks like I'm in the minority here because main event Jeff says the Coven for the win. And the randomizer is also going to say the Coven for the win. There you go. You see what I did there? Tomato, folks. We have something for everyone.
Well, it is Canada, so it could be saying like the Coven, eh?
I've been so out of.
Huh?
Who the heck was that? Get that temp out of here.
Get that.
I don't
get
want my coffee like that.
All right, and it's okay. So, now let's go to our next matchup. Our next matchup we have for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. It's going to be a 4-way match. It's going to be ABC, Chris Bay and Ace Austin versus Brian Myers and Moose versus Rich Swann and Sammy Callahan versus Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster with Danny Luna at ringside in a 4-way tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Ricard, you go first in this one. Oh, wait a minute. My fault. Did I mess something up here?
What do you mean? How did you mess something up with?
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the match that's... Oh, no. Where is it? Oh, I didn't add it onto the images. Boo.
All right. Boo. Get out of here, Lou.
I jumped ahead of the line. So we won't have the image there, so we'll just put this for meanwhile. Right?
All right.
The actual match I messed up in. My fault. Correction. Eddie Edwards versus Alicia Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian with Tracy Brooks in the ringside.
Versus, calm down. Versus Alicia Edwards. Let's start over. Eddie Edwards with Alicia Edwards at ringside versus Frankie Kazarian with Tracy Brooks at ringside.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I apologize. I missed that image to put in the slide, but yeah, that's the matchup we're supposed to be talking about. Ricard, you go first for that one.
The much easier matchup to do predictions for.
Yeah,
when I only have two choices. I like that. I like this.
I apologize.
I bet you do.
It's all good. We all make mistakes. I just want to say thank you, Lou, for winning Money in the Bank also, so that this order could happen where I would not be at a disadvantage. That said, all right, let's see. Here we go. Who's in need of a win more? Now, we all know my history with Old Man Kaz proving me wrong. So I'm very tempted to say, yeah, go with Kazarian over Eddie Edwards. However, there's just a part of me that thinks Impact wants to mess with people. So I'm gonna say, no, I can't do it because Kazarian's gonna end up proving me wrong somehow. I'm gonna go Frankie Kazarian on this. Go safe. Even though I don't think Eddie Edwards should lose in front of I'm gonna assume they're related because their last name is Edwards also. I'm gonna say his sister. I don't know. Or his wife. You know what? That's probably his wife. Either way, Frankie Kazarian is gonna pull a moose on Josh Alexander on Eddie Edwards and beat him in front of family. Frank Kazarian for the win. Put it in the books.
Okay, and now the one-man band. You go next. What do you have?
All right, so you said it was Frankie Kazarian, Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, Eddie Edwards versus Frank Kazarian.
Okay, so
Match. There are people at ringside, but they're not part of the match.
okay, yeah. Well, they might play a part. They might play a part, but we'll see. I don't know, man. I feel like I've seen a lot of Eddie Edwards already in the past few years. Yeah, and like I said, Eddie Edwards has been, he's been a stalwart of Impact for a long time now. Doesn't really need to prove anything else. I mean, he's one of the few people that's still around when they did the Hardy Compound episode. He was there. He was actually one of the main people there, and that was almost 7 years ago, and he was already well established at that time. So, little old trivia for you. I'm gonna go Kazarian as well. Something tells me Kazarian is, he's gonna pull a fast one.
All right, Frankie Kazarian for the win on this one. All right, my turn to pick on this one, and I'll make this nice and sweet. We're missing 2 more letters for the initials here, which is UC in between the initials of F and K. Because Rickard, that's what I'm gonna say to you if you try to get a point away from me, 2 points away from me. So I'm gonna go with Frankie Kazarian on this one because I learned from Rickard, never go against Frankie Kazarian because then he'll beat you up.
Oh my gosh, man, this is why I can't do what Lou does, where I write it down with pen and paper, because I already had him penciled in for Eddie Edwards just to spite me.
Oh, no. I learned my lesson with. There's a bunch of people out there which that you cannot go against. There's Edge, there's Trey Miguel, Frankie Kazarian. There's a bunch of people out there. So we know.
Let's not forget Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian did lose eventually, and he doesn't have a winning streak on pay-per-view, but he's essentially every 1 in 4 pay-per-view matches he'll lose. So it's like, wait a second, as of late, which is why I'm like, hold on a second, I can't go against this guy. The odds aren't in my favor. So interesting, Lou. You have learned from my mistakes. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and also too, again, Kazarian's a baby face in this one. The wives could get involved in this one. It could be interesting. It could be fun. So, but yeah, that was my prediction.
All right.
And what do we get from main event Jeff and the randomizer?
Well, main event Jeff is going to be the odd one out on this because main event Jeff says Eddie Edwards for the win.
Come
Those
on.
pots and pans. What? Props to the sound guy getting in there. All right. That said, the randomizer is in agreement with us. Frankie Kazarian, we have a 4-1 split, folks.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
Where's the crow? Where's the crow sound effect? What's going on? There you go.
That's main event Jeff?
Yeah. He's right now. We don't have the sound of crickets, so that's the closest we got.
All right, let's
gotta make do.
Now we'll go to the matchup.
We love you, Jeff, but not for this match. We're not rooting for your pick to win.
All right, now we go to the matchup that I messed up in, which is the Impact World Tag Team Championship. It's ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus Brian Myers and Moose versus Rich Swann and Sami Callihan versus Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster with Danny Luna at ringside in a 4-way tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Now, the woman band. Who do you have?
I do not envy you. Good luck.
No, I bet. Man. Okay. Let's try to look at this. Brian Myers and Moose. Eh. Rich Swann and Sammy Callahan. I think they've had some matches against each other. Just doesn't seem right. Subculture, I don't know enough about them. And ABC looks like they're part of the Bullet Club. From what
They
I'm seeing.
were, but now they changed to ABC.
Oh, okay. So ABC easy as 1, 2, 3. My goodness, man. You know what? I'm gonna. That might be bold, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say for whatever reason, I'm gonna go with Subculture. I have a feeling. So I don't know. They could be like the dark horses, and I'm gonna say dark horses. The dark horses there, the Subculture. They're gonna win this one.
All right, Subculture will walk out the new tag team Impact World Tag Team Champions, according to the One Man Band. All right, let's move on. It's my turn to pick on this one, and oh man, I think we've seen many of these matches where ABC walks into these 4-way matches, and what has happened? They come out champions, and I'm gonna stick with that. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. And I'm going to say ABC comes out, walks in champ, walks out a champ. That's my prediction. Rickard, you're next. Who do you have?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. We got some interesting picks here to consider. So One Man Band. That was an interesting pick with dark horses. I was kind of leaning that way. I was kind of leaning that way. There's something about that guy all the way in the picture in the right there, with the shades that just I don't know. It speaks to me like, oh man, these guys are actually like a tag team. They're not just thrown together like the other folks.
That's kind of where I was looking at.
But Lou's point about the champs retain in these multi-man matches has been happening a lot lately.
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
There's something to that argument too. That said, it's a big pay-per-view. I don't know how many times I could say this. Change is in the air. ABC's held those titles for a while now. I say it's time for a change. And since the greatest tag team in TNA or Impact right now isn't in the books in this match, that being Heath and Rhino, we can't. I don't have an easy pick for this on who's going to be the new champs. But I can tell you right now, ABC, you're not winning this. Lou, get ready to not win that point. So shame this match to have a fifth team because then it'll be worth 2 points. But yeah, you're not winning this. New champs. That said, yeah, ABC's out. Process of elimination. Sammy Callahan and Rich Swann kind of seem convincing, but it just feels too thrown together, and it's like, no thanks. So that's why I'm going to say Subculture is going to get pinned by Brian Myers. And Moose. Because we're going to have some new champs. And I can just see the comedy there. Where it's like Moose and Brian Myers might be heels, but like Brian Myers is just that swarmy heel that you just kind of like just enough. So yeah, Moose and Brian Myers, because it's been a while since Moose had championship gold around his waist, but it's about that time. Give it a Moose and Myers.
Okay, Moose and Myers.
Bruce, who's the heck's Bruce?
I said Moose and Myers. Moose and Myers.
Moose and Brian Myers. Is that going to be the name? Bruce. That tag team name is called Bruce.
No, I said Moose and Myers.
All right, Moose and Myers. Good, you got it right.
Eminem. See, look at that. I made your pick look nice, even though it's wrong. But okay, what do we get from Main Event Jeff and the randomizer?
All right. Well, we don't have like the best spread here, but we've got some spread here because main event Jeff says Brian Myers and Moose, new champs for the win.
Oh.
And randomizer says Ace Austin and Chris Bay, ABC. We've got a 2-2-1 split, which means Rich Swann and Sami Callihan are probably going to win because nobody picked them.
That's how it always goes. All right.
Anyways, 3-way split in a 4-way match. Should be interesting.
Okay, and let's go to our next matchup, which this makes it interesting. This is the X Division Championship match, which is Chris Sabin versus Lio Rush. I have to say, this is being held in Windsor, which is just across the river from Deet Riot, otherwise known as Detroit. Who are people holding titles here? The Motor City Machine Guns. Just throwing out a little bit of weirdness here going on here in Canada. Right across the river in Windsor is Detroit. But now, who will win this matchup of Chris Sabin versus Lio Rush for the X Division Championship? And I believe I go first on this one. Right?
You go first. Yes, you go first. Quit stalling.
We
don't need the geography lesson. Just put your picks in.
If you get a map and you drive 4 miles to the left, and anyway, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to give you a pick right there that Rick Hard can copy and take home and probably get a point on this one. You're welcome.
Whoa. That is slander and calumny, okay? That is false. There is no copying here going on, folks. Save that for Kinko's.
There will be a title change. There will be a title changes tonight, but this isn't one of them. Chris Sabin retains. Lio Rush is here now, but I don't know how long and at Impact. But yes, Chris Sabin walks in champ, walks out champ. That's my prediction. Chris Sabin with the win. Rick Hard, you're next. Who do you have?
Well, let me see. Do it. Hold on. Where's my wallet? Let's see. Do I still have that? Let me see. Here it is. Yeah, my Office Depot membership. I'm gonna copy and Chris Sabin for the win. Get me a copy of that, Joe.
All right. And let's go with the one-man band, the Trivia King. Don't forget, folks, trivia coming very soon.
Yeah.
Someone has to defend that title. The one-man band. You're next. What do you have?
All right. How many times have we seen Lio Rush retire and come back, retire and come back, retire and come back? And when you think he's retired, he comes back.
Yeah, that was the real reason I didn't go with Rush. Screw that guy.
And when you think he's coming back, he retires the next day, or he retires at the same hour. Like he walks in, he's like, "Oh, I'm Impact, or I'm All Elite," and then when he loses, I'm retiring.
He's trying to break Terry Funk's record.
Yeah, something. He's trying to break Terry Funk's record before he even turns 30. Like, I don't even think he's 30 yet. So, I mean, look, just by that accord alone, I just cannot see. I cannot see a company being that serious on Lio Rush being their champion. I hate to say it, but it's just that inconsistency just doesn't bode well. So I think just for that, I'm going with Chris Sabin.
All right, and what do we get from Main Event Jeff and the randomizer?
Ooh. Oh, man. Here we go. No, I'm not going to say Bobby Lashley. That is not why I was. That is.
I will though. Bobby Lashley.
Yes, that is probably going to be the only thing Lio Rush's career is well known for in this podcast. That said, we got, in terms of picks, Main Event just says Chris Sabin. That's 4 for CS, which means the randomizer. Are they going to be the heel? Are they going to be the heel? Lou, do you have your pots and pans?
Right here, ready to go.
Good, because I cleared my throat for this. We got a contestant!
Yeah!
Everybody picked Chris Sabin all around.
Wow.
Motor City's feeling it in Toronto, Canada.
Windsor.
My mistake. Windsor. Yeah, they couldn't afford the bingo hall in Toronto.
No, in Detroit. They couldn't get the Ford Field. It was a bit occupied.
All right. That's enough shade. Come on, let's.
All right. Okay, now it gets a little bit tougher here. We have Bully Ray and Diener versus Scott D'Amore and TBA. As of this recording, TBA. Darren McCarty will serve as a special guest enforcer. I believe that's a Detroit Red Wing right there. Darren McCarty.
I believe so.
But yes, so he will be the special enforcer. So, Ricard, you go first. Lucky you. Who do you have for this one? By the way, even if we did have it, I don't have the information on the TBA who it is. It wasn't fair to the people who submitted the picks because it was not available that information as of the time.
I don't have it. I don't have it either. So it's all right because
just in case
it could be anybody. However, it's Canada. It's got to be somebody from who's Canadian. You would think, right?
Okay.
Right?
Edge.
No. Although if it was Edge, that would make this so much easier because Edge doesn't lose on pay-per-view.
No matter what company.
Doesn't matter what company. It just doesn't happen. That said, all right, look, the storyline's not that complicated. We all know Lou's going to copy me, so it's okay. I can explain the reasoning. For this. Look, Scott D'Amore got put through a flaming table, okay? Right? And maybe not both of the guys who did it are in this match, but Bully Ray is. And they've been going at it for a while. There's a special enforcer at ringside to keep it clean. And Scott D'Amore's got a random person that could join him. It could be anybody. It could be Goldberg. It could be Bret Hart returning for one night only. It could be Calgary Kid. Whoever that is. It could be Doink the Clown. It could be Jay Few. Or another clown known as Bogey.
Oh!
But whoever it is, whether it's The Undertaker, whether it's Glenn Jacobs as Kane, whoever it is, maybe it's Christian Cage, whoever it is, I think it's going to be a pretty big deal because they're going to be the ones to help Scott D'Amore get his revenge on Bully Ray because we need a feel-good moment here. Scott D'Amore, by the way, is Canadian, so let's give the hometown kid his chance here. He's got the special enforcer at ringside to help out. I say Scott D'Amore and his mystery partner, come on, Heath, that's a real star, are going to win it. So put it in the books. Scott D'Amore and TBA for the win.
Oh, all right. Scott D'Amore and TBA. What a nice, safe pick. No, I'm not kidding. What am I talking about? All right, Rick. Sorry, the one-man band. You're next. What do you have?
I know a lot of people were talking about Bully Ray and Diener, saying that they were going to be the ones that would win, but I don't know. That mystery pick for Scott D'Amore just sounds too enticing. Trying to see through the silhouette who it could be, but
what is that? How you trying to find out who it is?
Yeah, I was trying to because usually
the shape, right?
Yeah, usually with the shape of the silhouette, you can kind of tell. But but then again, maybe it's a throw off. But
oh, I know who it is. Eric Young.
It kind of looks like him now. It kind of looks like his build now that you mention it.
Right.
What? Because the silhouette looks bald. Maybe it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Can you imagine? That'd be great.
This is ridiculous.
Can you imagine Stone Cold on Impact? That would be crazy.
Could you imagine Hulk Hogan? No, if Stone Cold came back, yeah, that'd be crazy. But
I don't part of the company.
It's gonna be some washed up legend, which maybe it's Hulk Hogan. Who knows?
Hulk Hogan has already been there once, so no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, like I said, that special that surprise entrant is just too enticing for me. So I'm
You
gonna go.
smell!
Can you imagine what the Croc is cooking? This it's the Croc. It's Triple
He
H
can't
and
use. He can't use. He can't. It's Triple H pretending to be the Rock.
What?
He's
Well,
not
you
medically
Croc.
cleared. He's
Can you
not medically cleared to wrestle in Vince's WWE.
That's a good point. It's a good point. It's a good point. I wish that would have been great, but no. Like I said, Scott D'Amore and whoever his mystery partner is, I feel like it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out for him. So yeah, Scott D'Amore and his mystery partner, they take the win.
All right.
All right. I got one more. You're gonna see Scott D'Amore come out, and then you're gonna hear on the Tinatron, "Woo!" Dan. It's Ric Flair.
All right,
He's come back from retirement.
My turn to pick on this one, and yeah, we've had Scott D'Amore get beaten up, thrown to a table on fire, and you know this is like an owner or who runs a promotion getting involved a lot in the matches in what's going on in his company. So I think it's going to be very exciting. Bully Ray just come in. He's just been heel all the way to even with other matches, everyone else, and doing a little bit of extracurricular work after the matches. But I think that the owner comes up out on top on this one because he's the face in this one. The owner's a face. He's not being a heel in this one. He's actually the face in this one. So Scott D'Amore and TBA, which I'm going to say Eric Young comes back, and that's going to be another fight between their Diener and Eric Young. That's what that's going to be. That's my prediction. Scott D'Amore, TBA. What do we get from main event Jeff and the randomizer?
Man, I gotta say, Jeff is going bold in some of these matches. Jeff says Bully Ray and Diener for the win.
Oh,
Right?
Uh-oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeff could have a really big night. Yeah, no, that sound effect's accurate because randomizer went Scott D'Amore and TBA. We have a 4-1 split, folks.
Awesome.
There we go. All right. So, 4-1 split. Let's go to our next matchup, which we see it's going to be the Knockouts World Championship. Deonna Purrazzo versus Trinity in a singles match for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. The one-man band, you go first. Who do you have?
Oh man. Okay. Rule number 1 in the women's knockout division: you don't go against Deonna Purrazzo. However, rule number 2: when it's an incoming person like Trinity Fatu, rule number 1 might have to be broken. And we all know who Trinity is married to.
Yep.
And we all know what they're doing right now on the other side. So wouldn't it make sense for Impact to put the title on Trinity and have their version? And obviously it's not going to be the bloodline, but in this case, she is a de facto part of the bloodline because she's married to one of the guys. So, my goodness. Do I want to pull the trigger on this? Yeah, seriously. I feel like that. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say Deonna Purrazzo retains.
Ooh. Deonna Purrazzo. All right. Deonna Purrazzo. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. My turn to pick on this one. And you had me. You had me there, one-man band. I was going all the way with you. Trinity. Because this would set up. Because I feel like, okay, Deonna Purrazzo, the whole storyline was set up with Mickey James retiring. I think that was supposed to happen, but with Mickey James being hurt, you're losing an opportunity by having not Trinity win and build up a whole new big storm with her versus Jordan Grace, her versus everyone else in that lineup of Impact, and it makes Impact look good from their end of it, saying, "Look who we have as well, as a women's as a knockout world champion."
Right.
I think this is a chance for Trinity to shine. She's been there for she's new, but not like her first match new. She's had matches on there on Impact. So I'm gonna go with the pick that you didn't go with. I'm gonna go with Trinity to walk out as champion on this one. And I don't know this if this is the last match of the show, what a way to end the show with Trinity winning this one. And who knows, maybe it builds up to a rematch and Deonna Purrazzo, and we have a good battle going on here. But I think Trinity walks out as champion on this one. It's gonna be a good night for the Bloodline. Rickard, you're next. Who do you have?
Who do I have? Come on. It's a match between the Virtuosa and a former WWE employee who was actually married to someone who's a big deal. I'm sorry. Virtuosa or not, Deonna Purrazzo rule definitely goes against what Impact's all about, which is, you used to be in WWE? Come, championship right this way. And tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead, comment section. I'd like to hear you try. That said,
like Heath. Oh wait,
Lou. That's a former Impact World Tag Team Champion. All right.
Sorry,
and a soon to be Impact World Champion. Okay.
Sorry,
okay, watch your back.
A Heath.
Watch your back. Whoever wins this main event match.
All right. So who do you have on this one?
Look. I'm gonna say it right now. It's a major pay-per-view, and I feel like we're gonna have Deonna Purrazzo take the pin. Trinity, new champ, baby.
Ooh.
There we go.
That's the third title change I'm predicting for the night.
All right, Trinity. All right, Trinity on that one, and I have that written there. What do we get from main event, Jeff, and the randomizer?
Well, one-man band, it's your time to be the one man out because main event Jeff says Trinity for the win. And the randomizer says Trinity for the win. We've got a 4-1 split, folks.
All right. Let's do it.
One-man band, more like one-man pick.
All right. 4-1 split on this one. All right.
And for all we know, this is the match that puts him ahead and seals the deal for him. 2 points, no joke. This is pretty big. He could tie with me if he wins this event.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, let's move on to our next matchup. Wait, what's that ticker guy put it? Oh, okay.
That is not an actual fact, folks. That is not a fact in the book, rather. Unfortunately, that is a fact. It's just not a Slater fact. It's just not a Slater fact.
Oh, it's okay. All right, let's talk about the next matchup. It's going to be for the
Give
Impact
the
World
ticker.
Championship.
Give the ticker. Take away his raise. Take away the ticker guy's raise.
He just made some money, lost it. All right, Impact World Championship match going to be Alex Shelley, the current champion, versus Nick Aldis. And this one, lucky me goes first.
Oh man.
Okay,
this is really good.
This is two wrestling theories going at each other. Now, I'm not even saying about these two guys who they are and what they've done. And again, Motor City Machine Gun, Detroit across the river, blah blah blah. Yes, the folks drove over, went through customs, and went over there in Canada. Here's the problem with this matchup, which is two wrestling predictions theories versus each other. A, we have the big star coming back, who you want to see come out here with a victory out of this one, Nick Aldis, right? And then we also have Alex Shelley competing in this one, who just won the title, and which is one of the prediction shows that we did miss to do, who won the title from Steve Macklin, which I still don't understand how that happened. But yes, Alex Shelley is a champion with Nick Aldis coming back. It's tough for me to say this, but here it goes. I'm going to say with Nick Aldis will be the new champion. So out of the Motor City Machine Gun, it's going to be a 50-50 night. Chris Sabin keeps it. Alex Shelley loses it. Nick Aldis is your new champion in Impact Wrestling. That's my prediction. Rickard, you're next. Who do you have?
Oh man, that pick threw me for a loop here. All right, I don't want to dwell too much on this because I'm gonna second guess myself here. So I'm just gonna say it. I predicted a lot of title changes to happen. It'll set up a good tone for the night, where everybody's like, "Oh, we've seen so many title changes. Maybe we'll see when we go on the night on a high note and have one more new champ get crowned." Nick Aldis has been promoted from the beginning as being the big deal to this promotion, all that stuff. This seems like it's just a match between two faces at this point,
right?
So I'm going to say that it's pretty odd that Steve Macklin isn't in the title picture right now. I don't know if he's on injury. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. I think we never did get a payoff. We never did get a payoff to that Macklin versus Aldis feud that was building. And that's still in the wings there. Aldis still has plenty of time to get the world title later on. And Alex Shelley did just win it not too long ago, which is why make it a Motor City Machine Guns kind of night. I say the only two champs to retain are the Motor City Machine Gun. So I'm going to say Alex Shelley for the win with maybe some chicanery from Steve Macklin on the outside costing Nick Aldis the win.
All right. Alex Shelley defends it. Is that what you're saying, Rickard?
That is what I'm saying. Put it in the books. Alex Shelley will retain.
All righty. Okay, and what do we get from the one-man band?
So I was just reviewing this, and I do see that Alex Shelley did win it on June the 9th.
Yeah.
So that puts him at exactly a little over a month that he won it. This is the first time he wins it. Nick Aldis, on the other hand, has won it a few times when he was known as Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been the TNA or Impact champion, I think twice, if I remember right. And he's also been the NWA champion. So he's had some gold. Yep. He's had some gold draped around him quite a bit. So I think just by that accord, I'm going to say Alex Shelley retains.
Ooh, all righty. Alex Shelley retains.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we get from main event, Jeff and the randomizer?
Interesting split here. Main event, Jeff says Alex Shelley for the win. It's 3-1, Lou. You're looking like you're gonna be the odd one out. But don't worry, here comes the cavalry. Because the randomizer says Nick Aldis for the win. We have a 2-3 split.
Oh man, I feel it now. I'm feeling the pressure now.
This show is going to be one of those until the end kind of things. We're going to feel it. We're going to feel it, and Slammiversary is going to be interesting. However, don't forget there will be another type of slam. It's SummerSlam trivia next week. Tune in, folks. We look forward to it.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm taking you down, main event, Jeff. You're going down. And then one-man band's going to beat me.